Jones is still awake.
Shh. Be very quiet.
But we'll take that in a Padres win. Wow, this was a long time coming. I don't know if it's going to be the season changer, but who cares? It's a win, which is better than a loss. John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. As you make your way in, please subscribe, smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We see the supers coming in. We appreciate them. Click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all the supers. At some point, I want to say in the next couple of minutes, Jones is going to be asleep because here's the thing. If you have a 4-year-old, do not let your 4-year-old take a 4-hour nap in the afternoon because then he'll be up all night long, which is
on you,
right
dude.
now.
That's on you.
Is it though? It's like I'm not
blame Kristen.
You don't wake a kid when they're sleeping, although we should have.
You should. I wake his ass up.
Wake him up. Okay, a couple of things before we get started and we get to the super chats. 1 for 10 with men in scoring position, not great, but Michael Wacha has been really good. Rougned Odor, finally someone delivers a real hit. 2 outs, bases clearing double in the first inning, a hit that they kind of had to have. If they don't get that hit, who even knows what happens in this game? And can they carry it with them onto the road, Jim? They're still 5 games under 500. It's a critically important road trip that starts with Mackenzie Gore on Tuesday night in D.C. It's just such an important trip. You can't go 3-6 on this trip. You have to do better than that. And we'll see if they can take any momentum with them after a really disheartening homestand that does end with a win.
The bottom of the order is kind of it's runners in scoring position and the bottom of the order. Those are the 2 things we've talked about at nauseum, whatever the word is. I don't even know. Nauseum for the last 2 weeks and even for the entire year, right? Runners in scoring position and the bottom of the order. Well, today you get 7 RBIs and 5 hits from Carpenter, Kim, Odor, Grisham, and Sullivan combined. Now, Grisham didn't do anything today, but Carpenter got a hit, Kim got a hit, Odor had the big hits, and Sullivan got a hit. Is it too much to ask to get not 7 RBIs, but just get those type of hits? If you go, there were 5 hits from the bottom of the order. You take that right now, every single day of the week from all those guys. And that is what has been plaguing this team. And it's no surprise that you saw that from the bottom of the order today. You saw once again good pitching. You got the big hit with runners in scoring position. They finally scored more than 3 runs in 1 inning. Yay! They scored
more than 4.
They still haven't scored. But here's the thing, John. This is the first time all year they've scored more than 3 runs in an inning in the country.
Yes, in the United States, correct.
In the United States. So mark it down. 4 runs hasn't happened all year. They did it in the first inning today. And if they didn't get a hit with the bases loaded there, I think that Petco Park would have all collectively lost their fucking minds.
Well, I think they could have easily lost the game, even though Boston didn't score, but the game would have been different if it was 1-0 in that spot. And by the way, they only scored those 4 runs because of an error. So if not for the error on whoever started this game for Boston, they wouldn't have scored any runs in the first inning. Corey Kluber. So you get 4 unearned runs, but yeah, you'll take it. And is it something they can build off? We're going to find out Tuesday night. All right, let's get to some of these supers. Carlos, appreciate you, man. Really do. I know you tried to get Jim to go to the game today, and Jim bailed. Okay, Carlos, thank you. He says, I've been telling you that Odor was the answer.
Has had all the plans already.
He bailed. Still, without him, this game would have looked like that 3-0 win against the Royals. Pathetic with runners in scoring position still. We got a break that Wacha has been great also. Yeah, this was not some breakout. If you go 5 for 10 with men in scoring position, you probably win this game by 14 runs. So that's still the problem. They just are not clutch. They're the worst hitting team with men in scoring position in the history of baseball. If the season ended, they're the worst hitting team in the history of baseball if the season was over today. Fortunately, it's not. They're hitting 190 as a team with men in scoring position, but yeah, it's a huge problem.
I will look at the positives of this game. Getting that hit and with the bases loaded in the first inning, that, like you said, this game could have gone either way if they don't get that hit. That was definitely a sigh of relief, I think, for this entire ball club. And of course, it comes from Rougned Odor. Of course it does, right? It was either going to be Rougned Odor or Nola or Grisham. Those are the only 3 guys that were going to get a huge hit. It wasn't going to be anybody else. But I will, agree. 1 for 10 again with runners in scoring position. It's a problem with this team. It just continues. And you saw a lot of people on social media today saying, this was the turning point of the season. I mean, hey, could
be.
It's not like you went 6 for 10 with runners. If this team went 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position today, then I would maybe buy into that.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't either way.
No. And the reason why I would buy into it, only reason why, is because they need it. They just need like a just sigh of relief game. And I mean, maybe this was the sigh of relief game, but still going 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, that part isn't changing at all. And if they went 6 for 10, and I could have argued that this could be a sigh of relief game where they can finally say, oh yeah, we can do this with runners in scoring position, and the pressure would not be continuously on for everybody when someone gets in scoring position.
Yeah, potentially, maybe. I mean, Grisham, by the way, is 2 for his last 39, including his 0 for 3 today. He's 2 for his last 39. Cronenworth's OPS is below 700. So, I mean, they just got some players that just have had no success all year. Forget men in scoring position or not. Carlos, thank you, says he didn't watch Friday or Saturday's game as he needed a mental health check. But from what I saw, is that they were trash. No life, no team identity. I mean, they were terrible. I mean, they've been terrible on this homestand until today. This would have been like the worst homestand in franchise history if they were shut out 7-0 today, losing to the Royals and then getting swept potentially by the Red Sox. But yeah, they were awful Friday and Saturday. And they finally showed a little bit of life. And Michael Wacha's had some big moments for this team, including today. So this was much needed after a couple of really bad days.
Has Michael Wacha been their best pitcher this year? Like most consistent?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, shit. The team is 3-11 in their last 14 games, I want to say, and the only 3 wins have been with Michael Wacha on the mound.
Man, that's crazy.
Which
it's
is
not good.
Kind of nuts.
It's not good. Carlos, thanks, man. JD Gacho, thank you. He says, great day for San Diego. That might be a bit of a stretch. Boston, not so much. Celtics, Red Sox. I think the Bruins lost in the first round.
It was a great day for San Diego. Padres got the win. It was beautiful outside. What can you – I mean, hey, look.
Where do you live? Inland? Must be nice.
Oh, Mr. Del Mar.
I don't think the sun's come out in Del Mar in 2 months.
Okay. Go outside on your patio deck in Del Mar. Cry more. You can't.
It was like 65 and gray.
That's great.
Put on a long sleeve shirt.
Oh, great. I'm sure that you were just –
it was tough.
So it was very tough. How did the other half live?
By the way, it is a good day for San Diego. How about San Diego State women's softball reaching a regional, super regional for the first time in school history by winning up in Los Angeles this weekend?
Yes.
So congrats to San Diego State. They are 2 wins away from the Women's College World Series. Tim, thank you for your super chat. He says, is this it?
Tim Trussell.
Could this be the night? Oh, is Tim Trussell related to you?
Let me answer that for you. No.
Could this be the night for what? The turning point night?
Turning point night? I'll wait.
Say it's a turning point.
No chance, because this team could easily go out on Tuesday against, guess who, Mackenzie Gore, and get completely shoved.
No, I can't see that. A former Padre shoving against the Padres? That's hard to envision.
If they have if this team goes on this 9-game road trip, goes 7-2.
7-2.
Yeah, or 6-3 even.
Okay.
And wins every series.
Wow.
Right? They go 2-1 in every series.
Yeah.
Then I could potentially look at today's game and say this was a sigh of relief for this team and kind of relaxed everybody a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily, but talk to me after the 9-game road trip. There's no chance in hell I'll say it right now. No chance.
I'm willing to go as far as to say that they cannot go 3-6 on this trip. I will say if they go 3-6 on this trip, that their season isn't cooked, but you're going to need a lifeline, because you would be 8 games under 500. You'd be like 60 games into the year. Mm-hmm. So this is the trip where you got to show up. They've been better on the road than they have at home.
Well, here's another. I mean, everyone loves to point to other teams' success as to why the Padres will be better, right?
Mm-hmm.
one team that had a horrific start to the season, the St. Louis Cardinals, and they're red hot, and their offense has completely turned it around. And they are 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row. They've completely not righted the ship because they're still, I think, 6 games under 500.
6 under, yeah.
But that's a team you look at as like they're playing much better baseball, and their season could have easily gone in the tank, easily, right? Because you're in a division with, Milwaukee's okay, whatever, but you're in a division right now where you're only 5 games back, and you're playing much better baseball.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. But there's something about. I mean, the Cardinals have been there in terms of like. I mean, how many divisions
the
have they won in
Dodgers
the
of the
last
Central.
30 years?
They're the Dodgers of the Central.
Yeah, I mean, they've won the division like 20 of the last 30 times, so it's hard to quit on the St. Louis Cardinals.
But do what the Cardinals just did: go 8-2 in your next 10 games.
Yeah, do that. That's easy. Just go 8-2. After going 1-9 in your last 10, just go 8-2.
Yeah, flip the script. Flip the script.
Right. JD Gaucho, thank you. Says off topic. What's more shocking, Odor and Carpenter combining for 7 RBIs, or Gabe Vincent leading the Heat with 29 points to beat down of the Celtics?
Let me answer that real quick. It's not even close. It's Odor and Carpenter. Gabe Vincent's had a really good postseason for the Miami Heat.
Odor and Carpenter are combining to hit like 180.
Yeah, Odor and Carpenter have had a horrible year for the Padres.
Right.
So those guys combining for 7 RBIs probably won't. You probably won't see that often with this team.
Dude, that's the first 2-double 4-RBI game of Rougned Odor's career.
I saw
which is weird.
The tweet on Twitter. I can't take credit for it, and I won't. This is big. This is Odor's biggest hit since Jose Bautista.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat too.
Yeah, there was a lot of that on Twitter today.
It's a good line.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Good job, Trang. Good job.
Thanks, guys. By the way, if you're here, please subscribe. If you're here, smash the like button. If you're here, follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We do appreciate your support with these super chats like this from JD Gaucho. Click the $ below the chat box. Or if you'd like to become a member, click join. That button is down below. We'll tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, in a moment. We want to thank Joey Longoria for his support of the channel. He says, spread the bats out, maybe 7 through 9 is always up with runners in scoring position. That wasn't necessarily the case today in the first inning, though, against Kluber when they loaded the bases with nobody out. Who are you spreading out? Without Manny Machado, there's nobody to spread. I mean, you got Tatis 1, Bogarts 3, Soto 4. Even if you went Tatis 1, Bogarts 3, Soto 5, you'd still have a crap 7, 8, 9. So I just don't know how you can spread it out. The other guys aren't hitting. Machado is not here, and Cronenworth hasn't hit. So I don't think there's any way to spread this out. Do you?
No. And even if you put like Cronenworth hitting 6th, you're gonna have to move Kim up to the 2-hole because they like Kim in the 2-hole.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it before. But Cronenworth's not hitting.
Cronenworth has been
at
awful.
All. He's been horrific this year.
He's hitting 211. What?
I mean, and it's tough now because when Cronenworth was a second baseman, his value was way higher than it is.
Oh, definitely.
As a first baseman.
Definitely.
And people might say, well, defensively at first base, he's been great. Yeah, he's been great defensively at first base, but offensively, he's been one of the worst first basemen in baseball.
Yeah, defense doesn't matter. I hate to say it. I mean, that doesn't come up with a hit
pop from your position. You need to get pop from your corner positions, and Cronenworth is not giving it to you at all. I would.
He's a bottom 5 first baseman in baseball at this point.
Offensively, yes.
Oh, yeah. But that's all that matters. I mean,
hey, but $80 million, here you go.
Hosmer's defense, when it was good, who cares?
$80 million, here you go.
I don't think it's a crazy number. I mean, 10 a year for a starting first baseman is not a crazy number. I just think he has to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it. Speaking of someone that hits with men in scoring position, here he is. Here's your savior. Here's your savior. Snoopy. Okay, here's the deal. It's pinned in the top of the chat. If you want this bobblehead, we're told it's going to sell out. There are 150. They've been moving quickly. This is a great Father's Day gift. If you use promo code PODSWRAP10. No, that's not right. That's not right.
What?
If you use promo code WrapUpShow10, you'll get 10% off. All caps, WrapUpShow10. That's in the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. You can get this Snoopy bobblehead. He has hit very consistently throughout the minor leagues. They expect him to be called up Tuesday against the Nationals to face Mackenzie Gore to make his big league debut. So you're going to see Snoopy opposite Mackenzie Gore Tuesday night. And if you want this bobblehead before he becomes the next Fernando Tatis Jr. of baseball and takes the league by storm, you need to grab it right now. It's available for pre-order. Make sure to pick it up. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat. Use promo code WrapUpShow10, and you get 10% off your San Diego Padres limited edition Snoopy Peanuts Big Head bobblehead. What do you think of that, Jim?
I kind of love it. Father's Day is coming up next month, so this is a cool Father's Day gift. John's wearing another Father's Day potential gift right now, and he's wearing two potential Father's Day gifts.
Lord, you're right.
He's wearing a wrap-up show hat, and he's wearing a Foco Padres like Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, which is awesome quality. So yeah, go pick up a bobblehead. The Foco makes the quality of their bobbleheads is elite, and you might say, well, a little trust me, you get what you pay for, and the quality of these bobbleheads are really, really good.
Where do you hit Snoopy? Are you batting him lower in the lineup? Because he's put on a little bit of weight recently.
A little bit, yeah.
But
see that gut right there.
Yeah, but he can hit and hit for power, I feel like.
See, here's the thing. I honestly, and this is gonna sound really weird, I'd hit him ninth just because I think that would lengthen the entire lineup out, because he's gonna hit probably around like 350, and you get him in front of Tatis.
Is he a lefty?
Because then Tatis can drive him in. So yeah, lefty at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you got Tatis at the top. I think that's a good lineup right there. And then once you add Manny back in the fold, shit. Where does he play in the field? Or is he?
I think I'd probably DH him. I
agree. Yeah.
Does he even have hands? He has like paws.
He's like four fingers.
Yeah, exactly. He's built like Babe Ruth.
Hey, Babe Ruth is pretty good.
Yeah, Babe Ruth get hit
back in like the 20s though.
All right, so what do we make? What do we make of where this team is right now? Did you see the stat? There's some ridiculous stat about this bullpen. This bullpen's been incredible. The Padres bullpen the last like 8 games is like the greatest bullpen in baseball history. They're like 30 plus innings. They've allowed nothing. All they do is lose. Starting pitching, it's been up and down, but Wacha 5-1 now. It's like you got enough pitching. Your bullpen's been elite.
Dude,
that
so funny.
It just doesn't make sense that they can't hit like this with the pitching they're getting.
Okay. I thought this was like just so funny last night. I love Scan. We love Annie. Everybody at Bally's. Pomeranz, Sweeney. Right. Sweeney's actually been really critical of this team post-game show, but dude, you lose the way you lost last night. And like the first 3 questions are about the bullpen.
Because the bullpen has been good. What else are you supposed to ask? Are you supposed to, hey, you can't hit with men in scoring position?
I mean, I get it, because
last night was an embarrassment.
You've been asking the same question over and over again. I get it, but like they just lost 6-1, and the first like question is like, "Hey man, hey Bob, this bullpen's been really good the last like
bullpen's
12 games." And I'm like, I know Scan has to ask it, but like, man, it was just
like a bullpen last night was 4 scoreless.
That's great. They lost 6-1.
No, they lost 4-2. This was a game where they had 3 hits, and 2 of them were solo home runs.
Oh, dude.
All right, back to the supers. Thank you, Sunriser. What's going on, man? Thank you for your super chat. Thank you guys for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all the supers. I believe Jones is sleeping, by the way, now. It's like I could be maybe a little louder.
Cool.
I was at the zoo, by the way, today. Jim, were you there?
No, my invite must have got lost.
Saw some flamingos. Are these flamingos? I think so.
Yes, John.
He says, when does Manny come back? And thoughts on catcher and center field. Manny is eligible to come off the IL Friday in New York against the Yankees to kick off Memorial Day weekend. Doesn't mean it will happen. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Catcher, black hole. They just signed who homered today in AAA, whoever the hell it is.
Bring him up now.
Bring him up. Center field is an abject failure. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Grisham sat for a couple of days, plays today. He's 2 for his last 39. I don't think you can tune your way through center field with bad center fielders. I have no idea what the plan is in center field. Like literally no idea. You can't have black holes everywhere, Jim. You can't have a first baseman that doesn't hit, center fielder that's 2 for 39, a catcher that can't hit 100. I mean, I think the catchers are hitting under 100 this year with men in scoring position. That's even harder than hitting under 200, hitting under 100.
Here's the solution for your center field spot. And unfortunately, it won't be for another about month and a half, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's trade for an outfielder.
Yeah,
possible. Just get to the trade deadline with the worst center field spot in baseball, and maybe during that time you move Tatis to center, and you have David Dahl playing a corner spot. But until then, it's just you're going to be dealing with Jose Zokar and Trent Grisham, and it's not going to be great. And if one of those guys starts hitting, and I would put my money on at least if I had to put money on somebody, it'd be Jose Zokar. I mean, I'd probably lose, but there's nothing you could do right now unless you bring back David Dahl, and then who are you going to send down, right? And then you put him in the outfield.
What's David Dahl going to do?
Nothing. That's my point.
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm just giving you options here. But I would say at the trade deadline, a couple things, and they're not, you get more pitching always, bullpen, even though the bullpen's been great. Get a catcher, find a catcher on a shitty team, and then an outfielder.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is Ohtani and Trout.
Ohtani can pitch,
those
right?
are needs, and Trout can help in center.
Right, and they can pick up.
He's a better option than Zokar.
Yeah, I'm sure the Royals will just hand over Salvador Perez for a couple A prospects, right? Low A prospects.
Honestly, they probably will at some point, to be honest. Depends on who the prospects are, maybe in July. Venus McChicken, I appreciate you hanging out. Is it true that they've outscored the opposing teams the last 12 games? Well, not in all the games because they've lost most of them, but in terms of just runs scored in May, have you seen this? Shout out Ben Higgins.
Love what I do. You're an idiot.
The Padres have out. So I'm not going to take this. I didn't do the research on it. Ben did.
Shout out Ben.
Ben, if you're with us, you can comment in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sure he's with us.
Padres are 6-12 in May. They've been outscored. They've outscored their opponents 61-56 in May.
That's just a stupid stat. It's the dumbest stat ever. Hey,
okay, I'm listening.
We're 1 in 10.
Chicken's asking about it.
It's great. We're 1 in 10 in our last 11 games, but we've outscored our opponents because one game we had
not
45
true.
runs.
It's true. I mean, typically over the course of a year, it has value. You're not going to be plus 200 runs in the Oakland A's. You'd rather be positive runs than negative runs.
I care about one thing in that tweet, and it was the wins and losses, and the wins and losses is not good. I don't give a shit. If they were 12-6 and they got outscored by 7 runs in the 18 games, would anybody care?
Jim's starting something on radio tomorrow. Be with us for the Open tomorrow.
No, I'm just
going to lose his mind. Jeez,
he's not the only person. He's not the only person that's talked about it. Venus McChicken talked about it. I know Marty's the type.
Sorry,
Marty's
I don't
the person.
follow Venus McChicken on Twitter. I've got access to Ben's tweets.
That's great. You follow him and you don't even follow me.
Make sure to give him a follow at Ben Higgins SD. HBVV, thank you for
you know what? He mutes me. I'm his co-host, and he's following the other station.
I don't mute you. I only have turned off your retweets because they're so damn annoying when Austin Hedges has a sack bunt to second. Whatever the hell that is, doesn't even make sense. Doesn't. I'm like drunk. I don't want your stupid retweets where Josh Naylor has hit 100 straight home runs. That's great. Why don't you go?
But all I do is retweet.
Josh
so basically,
Naylor,
you've muted me. Do you realize that?
What?
I said all I do is retweet. So basically, what that means is you've completely muted me.
Correct. This is very nice. I know more of the Warriors trash, and what you need to do is quote tweet. I think I see quote tweets, but when you retweet, I don't see it.
And then he's over there just like, "Hey, what's Ben doing?" I'll put that in the bookmarks.
HBVV says, "Who are we getting when Snell falls off? He better start." What do you mean when?
What
He's fallen off. I mean, he's had some moments, honestly, but they're not great moments. What's his record? What's their record when he starts?
It's like the worst in baseball. It's like 1 in 7 or something.
Is it that good? He's got a win.
He's got 1 win. Yeah.
Jeez.
Like I said this before, Right now, the only redeemable quality of Blake Snell is that this is his last year with the Padres, and you get what you get from him.
What? Okay, would you would you move Snell? Who would want Snell at the deadline?
Why?
I don't
But
even
then you need
know.
pitching.
Do you need him? He's second half Snell. This guy's like Cy Young in the second half.
Yeah, so great. Second half, August Snell. Thanks, Ben. Thanks a lot. Isn't it past your
Did you know I
bedtime?
saw Ben last night?
That's great. Let me guess, at the MLS event that you didn't invite me to?
Dude, you were out picking flowers or something, or whatever you were doing there.
I went out on a date night with my fiance.
Oh, must be nice.
Well,
Where'd you
must be
go?
nice. We went to a place called Inside Out. It's in Hillcrest. Amazing place.
Is it Inside
Amazing.
Out?
The place is outside, but it's inside like a building. So it's like inside, right? But you go in and you're eating outside.
Wait, how can you be inside?
Like
Is there
you
no
walk,
roof?
there's no roof.
There's no roof.
Like it's inside of a building, but then you go into the restaurant and then you go outside.
Who's on first?
You was on first?
Wait, what happens if it rains?
Well, then they're probably not open, John.
Okay. Inside, what kind of food?
I mean, we had like shrimp and fish and pork chops and donuts. So whatever that food is.
Shrimp, donuts, and pork chops?
We had a shrimp cocktail. Aaron had a Barramuda fish inside of like a green curry sauce. Delicious. I had a double cut pork chop with apples and like walnuts on it and a really good salad on it. And then we had Nutella filled donuts with a shot of espresso and some whipped cream.
Dude, you know how to do it. You eat some good food, and you eat a lot of donuts, by the way, recently.
Yeah, I do.
Kind of. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Hey, we want to thank our title sponsor here on the wrap-up show, Mark Nimitz. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Thank you for your support of this channel, and thank you, Mark Nimitz, for being the title sponsor here as well. If you have auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance needs, or more, Mark Nimitz is your guy. I've got a homeowner's policy through Mark, a life insurance policy, and an earthquake insurance policy with Mark Nimitz. He is a great insurance agent. He is a huge Padres fan. We've texted a ton this weekend. He's a lifelong San Diegan, so San Diego native that supports this channel. He can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance over to him. There's a link to his website. You can click the description and you'll get to his link down below to get to Mark Nimitz's website. You get a quote online. All the quotes are free. He can save you $750 or more. The next time you have a renewal, before you renew, call Mark. He will save you money. He'll talk to you about the Padres bullpen, which has been elite, by the way, Jim.
I didn't know that.
Next time you have a renewal or a new insurance policy you want to talk to someone about, call Mark. Great service and communication. He takes care of everything. He will save you money. If you support this channel, please support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers.
Yeah, all his information is above my head, as always. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to our buddy, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I'm just looking here in the chat at what's going on. Padres win today, believe it or not. That means they had more runs scored at the end of the game than the other team, and they won the game 7-0 over the Red Sox. Yeah. There was a lot of Niebla talk in here. I think if there's anyone in like the coaching staff that should be getting credit for what's happened to start the year, it's Ruben Niebla, because nobody's quit on the pitching side. They've had some moments where it hasn't been as good. Joe Musgrove's still struggling, an ERA near 7. Blake Snell's had ups and downs, but you look at Wacha, Lugo, Darvish, Weathers, and the bullpen. It's like, what more could you ask of Ruben Niebla or even the pitching staff, to be honest, this first month and a half of the year?
Well, that was I think, concern going into the season. At least my concern was, all right, how is the back end going to perform with Wacha, who hasn't thrown over 126 innings in a long time, Lugo, who hasn't thrown over 100 innings in years, Weathers, who got completely just, demoted and was an afterthought last year. And am I missing somebody? No.
I don't know.
Wacha, Lugo, Ryan Weathers. Oh, well, we Nick Martinez, but he moved to the bullpen.
Yep.
And they've been fantastic, and they have not been as big as of a concern. Really, not really much of any concern, as I thought they might have been for this season. Now they're still the second half, right?
Yeah.
Because these guys have not pitched a lot of innings in the last couple of years. So maybe we're just seeing it that the first half they're great when they fall off in the second half, but hopefully that's not the case. But as of right now, yeah, Ruben Niebla, fantastic job. And there's a reason why Ruben Niebla was hired before Bob Melvin, even though they had Bob Melvin. Even though they had Bob Melvin already. But that was like the first big hire that they needed to make.
And it was a good one. I mean, even with the team's poor play, it's hard to be critical of Ruben Niebla. You can be critical of Bob Melvin, although this scoring position thing, I mean, the more it continues, the less I'm really putting it on Melvin. I get it. They've pressed. There's no question about it. They've pressed. But, I mean, this is like uncanny, their lack of hitting with men in scoring position. Let's get to Tom here. Just weighs in with a super. Tom, thank you. How hot is AJ's seat? I would say not very, with the owner being Peter Seidler, especially after last year. I mean, if he stuck with him in 2021, how could you not stick with him in 2023? Because 2022 ended in the National League Championship Series. So I would think it would have to be 2 years like this. You know, if you don't win in 2023 and 2024, maybe he's gone, but I don't think he's got a very hot seat here in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, if they had a epic collapse and somehow didn't make the postseason this year, I think there'd be major changes, but I don't think that one of them would be AJ Preller.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they didn't make the postseason in back-to-back seasons while they still had Juan Soto, then you got to go.
Right.
But I don't think that's going to be the case. I just don't. I would be utterly shocked if they happen to miss the postseason the next 2 years. Like, no.
That would be shocking. Now, would you be utterly shocked if they missed the postseason this year?
Yeah, I still would.
You'd be utterly shocked.
I still would. I would be shocked. Not utterly shocked. I would just be shocked. Because, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, they're 3.5 games behind the New York Mets right now.
Yeah.
Which is nothing, obviously. And there's a zillion games to be played. But it's like, I mean, they're only 2 games better than the worst team in the National League. So they're 3.5 games away from a wild card spot, and they're 2 games away from being the worst team in the National League. They're a game and a half better than the Reds. They're a game better than the Nationals. They're 2 games better than the Rockies.
Like, did I envision this team potentially winning only 85 games this year? No.
What's it going to take to get to 89 now if we did the math?
But if they won 85 games and they made the postseason as a 6 seed, which probably that would be the case, then you roll the dice.
They got to go 68-47 to match last year. Heading in today, 68-46. They got to close 68-46, including today, to match. I mean, and that would be really good baseball. I mean, if they do that, I'll give them credit, honestly, Jim. If I look up and it's 89 at the end of the year and they close 68-47,
yeah,
that won't be the best record in baseball over that stretch, but it'll be a good record, maybe a top 4 record.
Yeah,
in baseball, top 5, and we're gonna have to take that right now. It's hard to ask for more than that. Circular, what's going on? I'm square. Thoughts on the Loma Haney fight last night? I thought Loma was robbed. What are we even talking about? What fight? Was there who fought?
I'm a triangle.
Who are Loma and Haney?
Boxers.
Okay, let me Google. Let me see who won.
Circular. You're on the wrong channel.
No, this is like AFTA. This is like Claring. Fans fighters dispute robbery as Haney defeats Lomachenko. Okay. That's the thing with boxing. It's like you don't watch a baseball game at the end, the umpire's like, oh, Padres won. Like, no, they didn't. They got smoked. You know, like
boxing is the most corrupt sport in the entire world.
Is it not? It's ridiculous.
It's a joke. That's why, well, not that's why there's MMA, but MMA is more.
Yeah, there's usually endings, right? Don't most MMA fights end with some type of resolution as opposed to going the distance?
More than not
most, but more.
More than not MMA fights, there's like a absolute. There's a couple. Yeah. Don't. Know, there's a couple.
They can go the distance. Then
disputed. Like I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me. But more often than not, you get a definitive winner.
Circular. I would ask you, what did you think of Michael Wacha today?
Yeah.
Loma was robbed. Okay. We'll go to, there's probably a live channel right now talking about this.
Probably.
and it's not ours. All right, let me get back to some of these supers here that are rolling in. Guys, thanks for hanging out. If you want to contribute, if you want to support, click the $ below the chat box. All right, let me get to this from Enzo. Thank you, Enzo. He says, this is only one win. In my opinion, they need to sweep the Nats with us going into New York. There's no doubt it's only one win. I don't know about needing to sweep the Nats. I'm with Jim. I want positive momentum right now. I think 2 out of 3 is a good series on the road, even if you're playing a quote-unquote bad team. This bad team is only one game worse than you, and they'll be motivated taking on an organization that traded all of the Nationals in the Padres. So I don't know. I would take 2 out of 3 into New York and take my chances against the Yankees next weekend.
Yeah, and the Nationals, I haven't really seen what they've been doing lately, but
I think they've been fine. I mean, not overly terrible and not good.
I won 2 in a row. They kind of have this almost same record as the Padres. They're 20 and 27.
They're getting back.
I mean, we'll see, but they're a better team. Would you agree the Padres are way better on the road?
They are.
Theoretically.
10 and 15 at home. What's the record?
As long as they don't play the Dodgers, they're theoretically better on the road. 10
and 15 at home and 11 and 11 everywhere else, including Mexico City. 11 and 11, including everywhere. 10 and 15 at home. Give me a break. That's so terrible. That's going to be a hard path to the postseason if that continues. Really hard path.
Yeah, you need to flip that in the worst way.
Yep. Sunriser, thank you, man. He says prediction of the 9 away games, 6-3. I mean, I'll take it. Obviously, who wouldn't?
I would sign up for that.
I'd probably sign up for 5-4 right now. You get home 4 under. It's not ideal. You're treading water a little bit, but better than alternatives. I mean, I want 6-3. I mean, this is the time where you'd love it, but you don't have Manny Machado, and the team just continues to struggle. So, I mean, I want 6-3. I'd probably take 5-4. Everything else is obviously gravy. I mean, 7-2 or better, you've turned your season around. If they go 7-2 on this trip, we'll say they've turned their season around when they come home.
It's just hard because you put yourself in a position by playing so shitty at home that you have to be good on the road.
Right. Which is weird.
And usually the adage is just go 500 on the road and play 600 ball at home, which you're easily in the postseason with 90 wins. So now it's like you're playing shitty at home. So you have to go on the road and you got to make up for your, patheticness at home. That's tough.
Thank you, Sunriser. I like this comment a lot. Chad spent a whole inning at the game today explaining how Hosmer has been DFA'd twice since being traded and what DFA means to my wife. Did you see the MLB on Facts account? They're like, Hosmer's been acquired by the Padres. I'm like, just stop. I had to mute it because they somehow tagged me, and I'm like, just stop. The Hosmer thing's over. Is he going to play? He hasn't been picked up, right? He's done?
No, he's done.
But he's still getting paid through.
Just retire. Like,
I say bring him home. Bring him home. We need some pop in the corner.
Oh, okay, Mr.
Yeah. Mr. What?
Nothing.
Will he out hit? What was his OPS when they DFA'd him? Seriously. I want to know.
I don't know.
I'm
probably like 620.
If it's better than Cronenworth, I'm going to start campaigning. That was a lot of hitting. He was hitting 234. I wish someone was hitting 234 on this team.
Shit. That'd be like the third best batting average on the team. Right?
234. His OPS is probably like 610. This guy's terrible. Get out of here.
Retire.
We should retire. This guy's terrible.
Yeah, go. You're handsomely paid. Your life is set. Go.
He's owed what? $42 million, including this year, I think.
He literally can just do nothing. He's going to get paid. Like, that's a life, dude. Go home with your wife and your kid and have a nice life and go on a boat.
HPVV, thank you. He says, how do y'all think Yankee fans will receive Manny Machado?
Well, one is if he's even going to play
there, right?
And it's Manny, and I'm sure they'll probably think, well, you could have came here and you didn't. So fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, New Yorkers take everything so seriously. I mean, I don't think it'll be anything crazy. He'll get booed. Tatis, he'll get booed.
Yeah.
He'll
get booed.
Memorial Day weekend, they'll have huge crowds. I think it's night game, day game, day game. It is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The Yankees are fucking hot, dude.
Dude, AL East is hot.
The AL East is insane.
Scorching hot. all the teams 5 games over or better, or 4 games over or better.
If the
It's good.
Padres were in that division, they're cooked. They're
They'd be
done.
cooked. They'd
Their
be in like
season is
8th place.
over.
I know. Thank you, Ora, for your support of our channel. You can go to ora.organic, or you can click the link in the description down below. There's a great company. Their co-founder, Will's a San Diegan, huge Padres fan, lifelong native, and they've got plant-based products. All of their products are plant-based, whether it's the probiotic that I'm taking daily, my wife is now taking daily. It's good for digestion, heart health, mental clarity, and more. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. They have omega-3 oils. If you're used to taking a fish oil, you can take their omega-3 oil. It's entirely plant-based. They have sleep pills and immunity pills, and literally something for everyone. We've been texting back and forth with Will this weekend. Maybe Will's going to be the turning point. He kind of predicted an offensive output, and it came here today. Free shipping on subscription orders as well, over $50. I have the subscription for the probiotic. Get it every single month, so I don't have to worry about it. So this is a great company, ora.organic. If you're looking to get healthier, whether it's yourself, your spouse, your family, your friends, if you want to support this channel, if you want to support a local business that does business with us, please shop and browse as you watch or listen to the wrap-up show at ora.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. Everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. All of their supplements are organic and plant-based. We were texting with Will throughout the entire weekend. He is a diehard Padres fan, so he's going through the ups and downs, just like everybody in the chat here. So go support Ora and Will because he supports the wrap-up show. So go there right now, www.ora.organic. Pick up some supplements. Try it out. Guarantee you that you will like it. You'll start feeling better. And you'll also, John,
what are they going to do?
Thank us sometime in the future.
Later. Not now. Don't thank us now. Thank us later. Get in the chat like in the future once you've gotten your Ora and be like, thank you guys.
Yeah. Just try out something. Just get one thing. Whether it be the protein powder or the pre-workout stuff, that pre-workout powder that I take, the raspberry lemonade flavor. Just try one thing. That's all we ask.
Try one. What do you make of this from Phil, who just started the episode now? Has anyone told you guys the intro music sounds like 70s porn music?
No. It sounds
like free play music, because we got copyright infringement when Jim played he played like John Mayer, like he had rights to it or whatever.
Yeah, the music sounds like it's not going to get us copyright infringement. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, see, YouTube is very particular, as I guess they probably should be with copyrights.
I just don't even want to fuck with it.
So we'll pull up a tweet from like whomever, and they're like, copyright infringement. Like, what are you talking? Come on, let's live a little bit. It's YouTube.
It's so funny. I pulled up that Padres tweet of the sombrero thing, which we haven't seen, right? And the whole reason why the Padres did their own thing was because they thought they were gonna get copyright infringement on Twitter, which like never happens. And then we ended up getting copyright infringement on YouTube,
night, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
so we gotta be careful.
Do you realize that Twitter doesn't do music copyright infringement?
Right. But
like,
YouTube
it's fucking
does.
Twitter.
I mean, YouTube, this thing is locked down. I don't know if anyone's ever run a YouTube channel, and Jim has more. Jim is the one who like started it and has all the access to everything. I don't even know if I do or not. I don't understand any of it. But dude, it's crazy. I mean, Can you imagine YouTube? The oversight on all these channels is freaking crazy. And it's all automated. Somehow it's automated.
Yeah.
How do they manage it? It's honestly ridiculous.
And the reason why the Padres probably do that is because they post stuff on like Instagram, and Instagram would do that.
Too. That might go automatically up to YouTube too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I have posted things on Instagram from like a concert I was at, and it said like
copyright?
It wasn't a copyright. It just said like music's being removed because of the original person. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It's I'd rather just not even deal with it.
That's the thing. That's why we don't pull up any video now or audio. I mean, we did a little bit last year and we got away with it. I don't even know if I don't know what's illegal and what's not. It's just so stupid, especially when you give credit. It's so stupid. You're like, hey, this is from Valley Sports San Diego. They're like, copyright. All right, Jake, thank you, man, for hanging out and your membership. He says, dudes, I said weeks ago, number 9 is dog poop emoji at first base offensively. LOL. Yeah, he's been bad. I mean, it's been a bad run. He's not the only one that's been bad. He's definitely in that list of 5-6 guys that need to step it up. No question about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown that he can do it. But I bet you right now, if I looked at his numbers, it's been a steady decline since 2020.
That's interesting. Can someone pull that up? I mean, I'll pull that up. That's interesting. You think it's a steady decline since 2020?
I don't think that it's going up for him.
Okay. 2020, 280, just average, and this means nothing. 285, 266, 239, 211. Interesting. Not great.
You know, I mean, he had 21 homers in 2021 with an 800 OPS. Take that any day of the week.
Yeah, what was it last year? 722?
722.
Well, yeah, interesting timing on the extension. Good point. Really good point. Because those trends aren't great. He's not a young player either.
No, he's an older player, even though he's only been in the big leagues for 3.5 years. Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey, maybe Jake is. I'm not even going to say it.
No, I mean, I think what Jake is probably capped with a ceiling. I think we've seen his ceiling. He's not going to be a player better than what has been previously seen over an extended
2021 is like,
but we'll take that.
Yeah, the top of the bar for him is 2021.
Yeah, and we'll take that because he's not performing like that player right now. I don't think you're going to see some 900 OPS a year from Jake Cronenworth in his career. I don't.
No.
I've seen too much of him to expect that. I think he's a good player, and I think he needs to hit better than he's hit so far, and I think he's capable of doing that. But I don't think he's a carry the load player. But I think he's a good player that's underperformed. This is very kind from Jason. First of all, Jason, thank you for the super.
Thanks, Jason.
He's canceled subscriptions to the other San Diego YouTube channels because they don't have the baseball knowledge you both have. He's talking about me and you, Jim. Great show, easy to follow. Thanks, Jason. You're the man.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
If you'd like to become a member, anyone here, click the join button down below, and you can become a member. You get custom emojis and badges. One of the emojis says Jim sucks. So that's kind of like the carrot to maybe get you to do it.
Maybe you should make some more emojis.
Dude, I got a freaking 4-year-old. Where's your 4-year-old? You're doing flower day and going to inside, outside.
I have a dog.
That's Aaron's.
It's ours now.
Fair.
Remember when Kristen had a dog and then now it's your dog?
Pull up the wrap-up show stuff while we have a moment. Is this even available online?
No, because we changed our logo.
Oh, must be nice. Wait, did we?
Yes, is that this year or last year? No, it's this year. That's this year's hat.
You like that?
That's great. Hi. The black hat. Hi.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Where were you going?
I was gonna say hi. I was gonna say hi to the screen. But I broke my freaking desk. Broke everything.
Are you pulling up the merch or no?
Oh no.
Why not?
Because he didn't ask for the merch. He just said wrap-up show fitted cap, not snapback is needed.
Yeah, but we need to show off the merch. I'll pull it up.
I don't. Do they offer? They don't offer a fitted cap. That's
the thing. Who cares? We have other things. That's like if you go into the Gap and they're like, "Hey, we don't have jeans," they offer you something else. You know.
By the way, I'm this tonight for sure, 100%. This is the last night to get your sombreros, t-shirts.
Yeah, can you take this stuff down? Yeah,
I know.
Come on, man.
We're done. It's done. All right. The Good Vibe shirt will stay, but I might change it a little bit. So you know what? This is it. This is the final night. Okay. Get yours while it lasts.
I'm sure they really want that. Here's the deal, though. You get 15% off your entire order. Whoa. If you purchase anything tonight on the wrap-up show. Okay, yeah, Good Vibes, who knows? Pinata, who knows? Afida has been popular. If you know, you know. But then we got this wrap-up show merch as well. Like wrap-up show sweatshirts. Again, 15% off the back of Jim's head. Everyone could use it. Back of Jim's head t-shirt at 15% off. Hey, did you know I used to work in minor league baseball? John Schaefer shirt. Rarely seen. No, but here's this cap. It's only available in gray.
No, it's in black too.
Is it? Why is it not loading? It's gray right here.
It's gray. Because that's a different color. Go to there. There's a black one there.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Yeah. Boom. You want the cap I'm wearing right now? It's available. 15% off. So and they got the truckers, and by they I mean we. So there's something for everyone. John and Jim stuff, wrap-up show, t-shirts. If you support the channel, check out our merchandise. I don't know if I put a link in the chat or not. I will in a moment. But again, 15% off that's going on right now. So click the link that I'm putting right now in the chat. And thank you for support of our channel. How do I pull this off right now? I don't know what I'm doing, Jim.
You don't, but it's okay. I'll let you just do it.
Should we start ordering fitteds in every size?
Yes, so we can have boxes and boxes at our house of fitted
Fitted
Bravo Show
hats.
hats.
I like it. Irie Fan Geek. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, let's get back to some of these supers that are rolling in. What have I missed? Okay, this from Justin. Thank you, Justin. From a Red Sox fan, congratulations on the win. Thank you, Justin. I mean, it's
Thanks,
not like
Justin. It was a
it
long
wasn't like
day.
a World Series win,
right?
Justin,
Also, it looks like he's a Celtics fan because he has the Boston Celtics as his picture, and he's going through it tonight. So we appreciate you, Justin, for supporting this channel.
Yeah, how'd you find us? And are you out east?
How we typed in Red Sox.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a really good point.
He's probably so mad tonight. It's okay. I understand. I would be too.
I would think a majority of people that are here over the years have found us via YouTube search, not because they know who we are.
They're like, oh, they have a radio show too?
Do you know the second most used search engine in the world? I always use this line. I think you've heard me say.
You do? I've never heard you say this.
You've never heard me say this?
No.
The second most used search engine in the world to Google is YouTube. Because people go to YouTube and they're like, broken bulb. Like,
yeah, how do I fix? Like, how do I do this? Right. Am I dying?
I did. I'm like, how to like upgrade my iPhone? Because Jim always like yells at me. So I'm like, I'll just Google it.
Right before we golf, John is like, how do I have a great swing?
I did do that. That's the number one way to have a good channel. Have a channel where you answer questions.
Oh my God. I think the first ever, like, I looked up something about fixing something one time. This guy had like 150 subscribers, but his videos all had over like 1 million views.
Because people Google, like, how do I fix a leaky faucet? Right? Yeah. Like, I don't know how to do that. Nor would I know how to do it, to be honest. Justin, thank you again. He says, yeah, I'm pissed with Boston Celtics. So, yeah. Dude, down 3-0 to the Heat. Come on.
Be better.
Be better. This Lakers-Celtics finals probably isn't happening, Jim. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Well, according to Bob Nightingale, we're getting what everybody wanted. We're getting the Denver Nuggets versus the Boston Celtics in the NBA finals.
What is he even talking about?
What the fuck is Bob? Dude, Bob, is Bob drinking?
Bad. Does he do it intentionally?
No, he deleted it, so he knows.
Look at, we wouldn't have even ever been introduced to Venus McChicken. Our lives would be different. We wouldn't be as, like, I don't know, full in our lives. If not for, I don't know. It's weird.
Pause.
If not, what? What's wrong with saying
we wouldn't be as full without Venus? Think about what he just said there.
He looked up Padres postgame. And there we were.
Yeah.
So did they do the pinata tonight? It's done. I think it's done, Jim.
Sombrero's gone. Sombrero, I did not see the sombrero last night.
It's done. Because they would have put it on social media. That game was hours ago.
Let's check here.
Sam is a great super. I think the answer is yes. I think Tatis is going to be a Gold Glover in the outfield. I think he's a better outfielder than he was an infielder. And I thought he showed promise at times at short, but he was never going to be Gold Glove caliber. He is absolutely Gold Glove caliber in right field. There's not as many athletes like Tatis in the outfield than in the infield. So, yes, he's Gold Glove caliber. I think he can win multiple Gold Gloves in the outfield. I think ultimately it's a good move. I do think it'll protect him a little bit from a wear and tear perspective. So I like what I've seen from Tatis. Would you agree defensively?
He's been fantastic. He's still, the crazy thing is he's still learning out there, and he's going to get just better and better. If he's committed, right, which he looks like he is, he can be the best right fielder in the game. And I think that's probably what they told him. Like, hey, look, if you commit to this and really commit, and I know you're upset because you're probably, you thought you're going to be a shortstop for the next 13 years, right? You commit to right field, or at least just commit to the outfield. You could be probably one of the best outfielders in the game.
You saw this today, obviously. The bend over backwards.
Like, what?
It's bonkers. He's done that. I mean, to do that, to be able to do that, I mean, is It looks like he's in like ski boots, which
Nuts.
holds you up a little bit.
He's like, whoa.
I mean, how can anyone do that? I mean, that's
I would like
crazy.
to see you try to do that. You'd
I
like
would
tear
die.
your ACL and
I would tear like
break your
3
back.
AC. I would literally like my heart would stop.
Your
I'd be
bone, your
dead.
leg would pop out. Like it just like, it'd be like a stress fracture through your
Yeah.
skin, and you'd like faint.
Let's do it. Let's try to do it for some likes tomorrow. That'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a there's no one like him. There really isn't. I mean, he's a special athlete.
He's a good ball player.
He's a good ball player. Crazy Raider Rad is a member, and thank you. He says he's sorry he's late. He just saw Fast X.
Oh my god! Real quick, Crazy Raider Rad. I need a quick like 1-sentence review of that movie.
Ooh, I might ask ChatGPT
for a review.
Yeah. I don't think it has access to current like movies.
No, just like ask like, give me a synopsis of Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I'll do that. It'll know in like 2 seconds. Hey, give me a 1 sentence.
Or say this. Say who is Dom Toretto?
Ooh.
DOMTROETO. I think so. Dom Toretto.
Give me a 1-sentence synopsis of the Fast and the Furious series. The Fast and the Furious series follows a group of skilled street racers turned international criminals as they engage in high-octane heists, globe-trotting adventures, and adrenaline-fueled action while forming a tight-knit family.
They're family, John. Did you know that? It's about family.
Is it popular?
They're like on the 10th movie.
She says.
Yes, it's popular, but it's also like the dumbest shit. Like,
like how many of these are you gonna have? Are they gonna reach 100?
It's movies? So funny. They'll be the one movie, like in Dubai. You know those two like large, like the largest buildings in the world in Dubai. In that movie, they took a car in one building and jumped it from one building to the next building and landed and survived.
But like, it wasn't like real, right?
No, it was real, John. They did it. It was like a complete, like actual real stunt. And they didn't use any. Dom Toretto drove the car.
Are you serious or no?
And they went through the building.
I don't believe you.
No, they went through the buildings. Watch it on YouTube. Watch it on YouTube. They went through the building and they landed on the other building. It was insane.
Are you lying?
No, look it up, dude.
Is he being honest? Put it in the chat.
Yes.
Dom Toretto is jumping from building to building?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, he's like picking up cars with one hand.
Why are there more Fast and Furious movies than there are Star Wars like trilogy movies?
That's a good question.
Right?
See, Eric B's out. He was in the building.
Wait, what?
It's all real.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, and by the way, it was in a car with no brakes, so it made it even crazier.
You guys are freaking messing with me. Source, believe me, bro. Was it in the same building with the curveballs?
Huh?
You know about the curveballs, right?
What?
Before games? How they have curveballs?
Oh yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. So when's the next Padres game?
Did anybody ever in the minors tell you to go get the curveballs in the clubhouse?
That's what I'm talking about, you idiot.
I know. I'm asking you a question though.
No, but we would do it to people. I wasn't that stupid. Like curveballs and like batter's box and all that stuff.
Huh? What?
I'm not falling for that trash. Even when I was like 22, I did jinx a no-hitter once, and that's why I'm so particular about it.
Oh, great. So that guy.
Yeah, I said on the radio, I'm like, has anyone when's the last no-hitter? And they're like, I never heard the end of it. I was like 20 years old.
Oh man.
What we need to do though is tell our viewers about Underdog Fantasy.
Dom Toretto.
Dom Toretto's coming on. UnderdogFantasy.com, easiest place to play. Use promo code PADSWRAP. You can win 20 times your money in a single night. That's right, 20 times your money in a single night. With insurance, you can still win 10 times your money, even if you get one of your picks wrong with Pick'em Insurance. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the Underdog Fantasy app. and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, a 100% deposit match up to $100. They got drafts going on right now. You can play Best Ball Mania for the NFL season coming up. You can win $15 million in prizes. You can play and draft for tomorrow's Major League Baseball games, Moonshot Monday. You can win $10,000 in prizes with a $5 entry with Pick'ems. By the way, I won like a $200 Pick'em the other day, Jim. I sent you the link. $120 Pick'em I won just the other day.
Dude,
I think by betting against the Padres.
You should just bet against the Padres all the time then.
Let's do a pick'em for Game 4 because we have Game 4 tomorrow night on San Diego Sports 760. Give me something out of Jokic or Murray or someone.
Let's go with Jamal Murray. 31.5 points plus rebounds. Let's go higher. He's been cooking the entire series.
Okay, he's been cooking.
Let's go to Jokic. Let's go to I was going to say Jokic.
Let's go to Jokic. 40.5 points plus rebounds. Half a block, higher or lower.
Let's go with 13.5 rebounds. Let's go higher in rebounds.
Okay, we're going higher in rebounds.
All right, go to baseball.
Okay, we don't have Padres. There's no game.
Oh, that's right.
But let's pick against like a Dodger or something.
The Dodgers play. How about Max Muncy today saying that the catcher was bullying the team?
I saw that.
Fucking loser.
Let's see.
Does the Dodgers even play tomorrow?
Yeah, they do.
Ooh.
How about bets lower than 9.5 fantasy points? Because why not?
Lower. Fucking clown.
And how about, I'm going to try to load up here.
Ooh.
I hate the half single. It's so hard to know.
Let's go with Matt Olson, higher than 1.5 total bases.
Matt Olson higher than 1.5 total bases. Okay. All right, so there's our bet. $20. Look what this pays. $200. 20 for 200. Play right now. Underdogfantasy.com or use promo code PADSWRAP and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Let me hit sure on that actually real quick. Okay. I got to enable location services.
Okay.
Underdogfantasy.com or the Underdog app. Again, so easy to draft or play pick'em. And again, use promo code PODSWRAP for 100% deposit match up to $100. All right, cool. Jim. So when's the next game? Tuesday? I think I'm missing a super or two. Hold on, guys.
Tuesday, John.
Sam, thanks, dude. Are we getting a full flash review when it's out?
Yes.
What's that about?
Don't worry about it.
It's completely legal. Daily fantasy. Completely legal. We got a number of you in here that are playing all the time. So completely legal. You just have to have location services turned on for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is, but yeah, completely legal. Now, okay, let's see here. What's happening here?
What are you doing?
Chat? Real quick, Murray, were you sick? I was not fully aware of that. Or if we mentioned to it.
Well, glad you're back.
What's that?
Glad you're back.
I'm back, guys. My medical test came up negative hiatus over LFGSD and LFGSDSU. Thanks, Murray.
Awesome.
Hope all is well. Can we get some clap emojis in the chat for Murray?
Yes. Please. Clap emojis for Murray.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks, Murray, for hanging out with us. Seriously. What are you doing? What was that?
I was clapping with one hand.
Do that again. Is Aaron sure?
That doesn't sound.
You're the one?
That doesn't sound right. And no one clipped that.
So in the whole world of 7 billion people, you're the one.
I'm tired.
Have you ever seen the John Schaefer, former first-round pick out of Stanford?
He's better than the John Schaefer I know.
Better than me. But yes, there was a catcher out of Stanford.
Thanks for the clap emoji, Jesus. Appreciate it. Venus says that I'm gross.
You really are. I'm with you, Rich. I think they can make up games. They've been better on the road. They just got to go do it. Yeah, go 6-3. And let's see where they are when they get back home. And if they go 6-3, they'll be a game or two under 500. They'll be fine. So this is the week to do it. Beginning tomorrow night. All right, we gotta go. I don't know what I'm doing, Jim. I have no clue.
Dude.
I have no clue. All right, subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Year-round Padres content for you. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. Can you please help us get there by hitting the subscribe button?
Only like a couple hundred away.
Yeah,
not that many away.
Hit it
so
like
if you're
300
watching
times.
Yeah, if you're watching us and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button.
Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. 1 and 2. It's just easy to do it.
If you subscribe, I'll promise you, Jim will never do that weird thing ever again. So just hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Join us tomorrow on the radio, 3 p.m. We'll be getting you ready for Padres and Nationals, looking back at the weekend, Padres Red Sox, looking ahead to the Nationals and the Padres. There's storylines there with Mackenzie Gore throwing on Tuesday against the Padres. I'm sure that'll go very well. Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have insurance needs, Mark is your guy. Auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance, whatever it is, click the link in the description down below. You can get free quotes online with Mark. Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code PADSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Ora Organic, plant-based nutritional products. Click the link down below in the description. And again, click the link pinned at the top of the chat if you're looking for that Snoopy bobblehead, available before it sells out from our friends at FOCO. Use promo code WrapUpShow10. That is WrapUpShow10. All right, we'll see you tomorrow on the radio at 3 p.m. Thanks, guys. Padres win.